Hey, what's up everyone, Johnny B Review Central here with another video. As you can see on screen, we have the Xiaomi Mi 10 Pro versus the Oppo Find X2. Both phones came out between 2 months ago. So starting off with the release date, February 13th and March 6th. Oh, before we begin, although we already began, quick disclaimer. The pictures for the camera, I don't actually have the phone, so these are and my photos, these are other people's photos. So yeah, as I was saying, moving on, February 13th came out the Xiaomi Mi 10 Pro 5G, both of them are 5G by the way, and Oppo Find X2 on March 6th. From what I've seen, the Oppo have more 5G bands, so that's a plus. Display size for Xiaomi is 6.67 inches with a 89.8 display to screen to body ratio, and for Oppo we have a 6.7 inch 90.9 screen to body ratio. Build for the Xiaomi is a glass front, Gorilla Glass 5, glass back and aluminum frame, and for Oppo we have Gorilla Glass 6, a front ceramic or glass back, either or, there's two different things by the way, and aluminum frame. The Xiaomi is 208 grams and the Oppo is 209 grams with a ceramic back and 192 grams with a glass back. I would like to see how the 20 gram difference translates in terms of durability, but that's up to Jerry Riggs everything. Resolution display. I actually sent out a picture of which phone looks better in terms of design and display. Most people said the Oppo because, I'll be honest, the Oppo has a really good display, as you can see here. Colors are really good, and probably because Oppo has 1.07 billion colors in their display, while Xiaomi only has 16 million colors. So Oppo wins in terms of display by a long stretch apparently. Protection. The Xiaomi has a Corning Gorilla Glass 5 and the Oppo has a Corning Gorilla Glass 6. Xiaomi has 90 Hz or 180 Hz touch sensing, while Oppo has a 120 Hz or 240 Hz touch sensing. In terms of display, Oppo wins by a long stretch. Touch sensing and also just visually looking at it, Oppo wins. Good job, Oppo. Moving on, the MIUI for Xiaomi brought out its latest user interface, which is the MIUI 11, and Oppo brought out their latest user interface in the ColorOS 7.1. Both of them use Snapdragon 865 and the GPU Adreno 650. The main camera for Xiaomi is probably the best one they ever made, with a 108 megapixel. Sorry, this is Apple. I apologize. This is also okay. Yeah, as I was saying, a 108 megapixel wide camera, an 8 megapixel telephoto camera, a 12 megapixel portrait camera, and a 20 megapixel ultra wide. From what I've seen, this is arguably one of the best cameras ever, which is really good for Xiaomi, saying that it's normally a budget company, but they're doing their things now. Oppo with a 48 megapixel wide camera, a 13 megapixel telephoto camera, and a 12 megapixel ultra wide. It's decent, as you can see here. You can't see it very well because these are zoomed in photos. These are zoomed in photos and not the actual photo itself. As I said, I don't have the actual camera. But to be honest, I think I'll have to give it to Xiaomi when it comes to camera. I'll just slide through some of them so you can see. The video quality for the Xiaomi is 4320 pixels at 30 fps, 2160 pixels at 60 fps, and 1080 pixels at 240 fps, which is tremendous, while the Oppo only has 2160 pixels at 60 fps, 1080 pixels at 60 fps. The selfie camera for the Xiaomi loses to the Oppo in this respect because Xiaomi only has a 20 megapixel wide camera, and the Oppo has a 32 megapixel wide camera. So yeah, Xiaomi loses by a decent amount. I've seen the pictures on the Oppo selfie camera, and yeah, the pixels actually translate. So I'll have to give that one to the Oppo. Video selfie quality for the Xiaomi is 1080 pixels at 30 fps and 720 pixels at 120 fps, while Oppo only has 1080 pixels at 30 fps. In this regard, Xiaomi takes the W. Charging. Well, Xiaomi wins by long stretch as well. Wait, nope, never mind, I take that back. Xiaomi has fast charging 50 watts, power delivery 3.0, wireless charging 30 watts, and 5 watts reverse charging, which is really good. But in terms of fast charging alone, excluding wireless charging and reverse charging, Oppo wins by a long stretch. Fast charging 65 watts for Oppo. It was advertised to be able to go from 0% to 100% in 38 minutes, which is incredible. I don't think any other smartphone can do that at the moment. So that's great. And a USB power delivery. Okay, so as I was saying, the storage is as follows: 256 gigabytes and 8 gigabytes RAM, 12 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage, 512 gigabytes of storage, and 12 gigabytes of RAM for the Xiaomi. You can see the prices here. I'm already seeing the prices for the 256 gigabyte variation for the Xiaomi and the 128 gigabyte variant of the Oppo. For some reason, I can't find the other two variants for them. They will be more expensive, so you can expect that the 256 gigabyte variant for Xiaomi would be around, the 256 gigabyte variant for Oppo would be around $1,500 or more. Same thing with the 512 gigabyte variant for Xiaomi. Oppo has as you can see, 128 gigabyte and 8 gigabytes of RAM in their cheapest variant, at 256 gigabytes of storage and 8 gigabytes of RAM variant, which is the second more expensive one, the middle one, and the 256 gigabytes of storage and the 12 gigabytes of RAM, which is their best one, which I said will be around either $1,500 to $1,700. This is not the best phone for Apple. The best phone for Apple will be the Apple Find X2 Pro, but I'm comparing these two because they are on a similar price range. Anyway, which phone would I suggest to you? If you're into taking photos, definitely the Xiaomi. But in terms of gaming and a really great display, I'll definitely go with the Oppo. So anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and also share, and leave a comment. Thanks a lot. John B. Review Central out.